Good morning, students. Today we are offering recognition to all of our veterans. I will ask that you take this Memorial Day service to heart and very seriously. Many of us have lost family members or friends by protecting our country. At this time, I would like to present the individuals who will be guiding us through the Pledge of Allegiance. That will be Alana Gagdine, Claude Guerreri, Andrea Brava.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, honored guests, staff, and students. Most people think Memorial Day is the beginning of summer and a 3-day weekend for barbecues. Memorial Day is actually when we honor and remember all of the Americans that paid the ultimate price in the name of freedom. I'd like to start today's program by telling you about the painting hanging in our lobby. At the 1947 Memorial Day Assembly, the teachers of this school dedicated that painting to the memory of First Lieutenant Harry Mink O'Neill. Harry Mink O'Neill graduated from college in June 1939. He was hired to teach history and coach sports at this school, which was then called Upper Darby Junior High School. He was also assigned to be a Major League Baseball catcher for the Philadelphia A's. At the end of 1942 school year, Mr. O'Neill enlisted in the Marine Reserves. After receiving this commission, he was sent for special instruction in the use of tanks. Lieutenant O'Neill was first sent to the Pacific Theater. He nearly drowned when participating in an island landing. He was severely wounded by shrapnel while in Sapien, and after recovered, he was sent to the island of Iwo Jima, where he was killed by sniper fire. There were only 2 men killed during World War II that played Major League Baseball. One was Lieutenant Harry O'Neill, and he is, to this day, the only teacher in Upper Darby School District who lost his life during combat. Teacher Harry O'Neill paid the ultimate price for our freedom. At this time, I would like to introduce our veteran speaker for today. It's our own home and school visitor, Ms. Teresa Hamlet, Navy reservist.
Good morning, Beverly Hills. I'm honored to be here this morning. I'm sorry I have to take my glasses off because I can't see the audience. But by show of hands, I want just quietly raise your hand and how many students see me around the building? And okay, you can put your hands down. And I work with you, I work with 7th and half of 8th grade as a school social worker. But one thing I know you guys didn't know is that I served with the U.S. Navy. As a reservist, you go and work with the reserve 1 weekend out of the month, 2 weeks out of the year. During this time, you are paid to serve the United States of America. One of the benefits I thought when I was in the reserves, only did 4 years, is that you get to travel during your 2 years working for the reserves. So I traveled to many places, but the one that stick out to me the most is when I worked at the U.S. Embassy in London, Heathrow. I worked there for 2 weeks, I'm sorry. I worked there for 2 weeks, but it was the best experience. And I also got to travel overseas and got paid to do something I really enjoyed. So moving forward, now I'm a school social worker, but I am considered a vet. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous, I apologize. Everybody know I have a bubbly personality, but somehow that personality kind of jumped away from me this morning. So you get paid while you're at the reserves. And during the time when I was at the U.S. Embassy, I was able to travel to Paris while I was there on my downtime and able to sightsee the whole 2 weeks while I was there. What I would like to say for you today, what Memorial Day means to me is to honor those who gave their lives serving for our country. Memorial Day means to honor the fallen soldiers of our country, to give thanks to them, and finally, to love them. So for those of you who didn't know or who don't know, you will get a clear understanding of what Memorial Day is. It's fine to celebrate and look forward to the summer, but we have to respect the fallen soldiers who served for our country. So now I would like to present to you a brief video, show a video on a missing man's table, and it's kind of self-explanatory, so it will just kind of follow the video along, please.
Freedom's call is demanding. It comes too often and asks much. At times, it demands all. One way we consider that call and the sacrifice of those who have answered is through the setting of the missing man table. This table, while often used to remember our POWs and MIAs, also pays homage to all who did not return. We remember our fallen this way today. The table is round to show our everlasting concern. The cloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives while answering the call. The single red rose represents the blood that was shed and the lives lost in that service. It also represents the family and friends who keep the faith. A yellow ribbon for the yellow ribbons worn by those who remember and never forget. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitterness of our loss. A portion of salt, a reminder of the tears shed. A lighted candle reflects our ongoing hope. An inverted glass. We can no longer share a toast. The chair is empty. Our companions are no longer present.
Thank you, Ms. Hamlet. At this time, I would like to introduce 4 student speakers, 3 of which are 6th grade students, 1 an 8th grade student, to share their thoughts on what Memorial Day means to me. Gabriel Alani, Yasmin Killam, Sukriti Kaur, and Naeem Ananta.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Alani. I am in the 6th grade creative writing class, and today I will read you my Memorial Day speech. Memorial Day is the day when we honor all the soldiers that gave their lives for our country. Sacrifice, the word of sacrifice. Do you know what that means? Sacrifice is the key word behind Memorial Day. Soldiers sacrifice for their loved ones. Soldiers sacrifice for their country. Soldiers sacrifice to make our world a better place. The sacrifice have to make our their lives. Do you know how hard that is? Not just for them. You realize their families had to go through their day not knowing if their loved one would make it back home or not. Sacrifice. This is the true meaning of the word sacrifice. Take a minute or 2 and think about what Memorial Day means to you.
Why celebrate Memorial Day? Why shouldn't we? This day is to honor the people who fought and sacrificed their own lives to save us. Put yourself in the soldier's shoes and you fought for this country. Imagine leaving your family to fight for people you don't even know. Imagine not knowing whether you will come back alive to see your family again. Imagine all the hard training you will have to go through. I admit I would be pretty scared. They are the main reason why this country is still strong and not owned by another country. They are the main reason for our country's independence. So we should take the time to honor the people who actually sacrificed their lives for us. Identified or not, they all deserve the same amount of honor and respect. They were all bold enough to do something so courageous. If you see a veteran, hold the door for them, say thank you, or just show some respect. I'm sure it will mean a lot to them. Students, please pause to take the time to think about what Memorial Day means to you.
First, I want to say thank you to all the soldiers that were in the Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force and Coast Guard for fighting for our country and our freedom. My grandfather, Barlok Singh, was in the Army for 15 years. He was very proud and honored that he got to fight for his home country. So I want to say thank you for fighting. Honor, loyalty, bravery, and sacrifice. Those are 4 words that should never be forgotten. Memorial Day is a day to celebrate our loved ones who once fought or who are fighting for our country. So thank you. Think of the tomb of the unknown soldier. There are soldiers everywhere that are forgotten. That's why we have Memorial Day, to honor everyone who is brave and loyal, who sacrificed their lives for us, for our nation. Sometimes there's families everywhere, crying, tearing up, because they know what's gonna happen. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who fought, not for themselves, but for everyone else. Thank you for fighting. Fellow students, I would like you now to pause and think about what Memorial Day means to you.
Good morning to everyone present. My name is Naeem Ananta, and I am pleased to be joined here with you all today to speak about what Memorial Day means to me. Now, would you throw away everything in your life, give up everything you love, your friends, your family, everything that has value to you, and would you throw all that out the window just to save the lives of people who wouldn't even appreciate or remember you or your actions? Yeah, I didn't think so. On the Monday of May 27th this year will fall an important day. A day in which all of the people of the United States of America will rise together to show appreciation in regard to the great men and women who have died solely for our safety and for the betterment of our futures. This day will be known as Memorial Day, in which we remember and honor our great heroes who have died for us. Memorial Day is unlike any other day or holiday. To me, Memorial Day is not just a pathetic excuse for not attending school. To me, Memorial Day is the one day where I get to look around the society around me and understand its true roots. And those roots would be the great women and the men and women who have died solely to protect us. It's clear our country would not be our country if it weren't for them. These men and women had left their own family just to fight for us. After all, this is why we call them our heroes, because they put us and our safety above everything else that mattered to them. And with our heroes no longer being here with us, and as the people who are only here because of our heroes, it is simply our duty as the people of the United States of America to remember and thank our heroes who have passed for us. And to not take this one day we get in the year for granted. As stated earlier, Memorial Day is not just a day where we all get to sit back at home and relax. This is the day where we should all take a moment to remember and honor the great men and women who have fought for us, the men and women who are responsible for our well-beings, the men and women who are the true reasons we are all here today. All I request is that we all do not just take this important day with meaning as any other ordinary day, but rather to take this as a time to look back and thank our heroes for what they've done for us. And at this time, I would love for all of us to give a huge round of applause to the great men and women who have died to bring us all here today.
At this time, we will now have the presentation of the wreath. I'd like to thank everyone for attending today. At this time, I would like everyone to take a moment of silence to reflect on the sacrifices that are made for us every day and to remember all of those who served in the armed forces and gave their lives to keep us and our country safe. Thank you. Please let's give a huge BH thank you to our guest speaker, Ms. Hamlet, and the BH Program Committee for providing us with this special tradition. A special thank you to Dr. Blessington, Ms. Wortman, and Mrs. Wilson. Can I have everybody to please stand for the colors to be retired?